We're here to solve this hexagonal Fillomino by Serkan Yürekli called Even Steven. It's got just even digits in the grid, but one thing to note about this grid size is it has an odd number of hex cells. So 4, 5, 6, that doubled. There are 30 plus 7, 37 hexes in this whole grid, so there'll have to be a singleton somewhere. To get started, I'm going to focus on the 2's, which in a normal Fillomino will deflect pretty quickly. So these 2's can't join together, so this comes to the left. That 2 now doesn't have any of these options for it, so this goes to the right. This 2, similar logic, has to go to the right, and this comes to the left. This 2 in the corner now has to come up, because it can't come straight to here, and we don't know anything about this 2, but we've got a good start with those placements in the grid. They now start to divide the grid enough that we have some limits on where the 4's or 6's can go. Let's look at the 4's, and maybe let's start on the left side. And one thing to note is probably around these 2 digits. Can they not touch each other? This 4 could take maybe these 3 cells, but then it always takes this cell or this cell. Actually, if it took this cell, it would get too large and become out to 5. So it looks like there's a constraint that these 2 4's do see each other. They have to see each other through this cell, and that blocks off the ability to come through here. So this cell or this cell will be the last 4, and whichever that is now going to block the channel for the 6. So this 6 could see as many as these 3 hexes, but then need to see this 4th and 5th, and at least one more over here. This now blocks this 4 to have to come down and over, and what we've done through doing that is we've marked in at least one hidden polyhex of a single 1, so that may be what gets our parity set. So we now could just need the clues that are in the grid. But one thing we have done is made a boundary between this 4 and this 4. So now can this 4 and this 4 over here not touch? Well, there are only three hexes to take before you take this one, so it always takes this one, and that means these 4's always do touch. And they don't have any more space to grab larger than one of these 2 cells. But as we know from the 6 coming from the left, the 6 has to take at least one more cell, which puts in this as a 4. Closes that off. Now this 2 has to come through. This 6 now has just enough space to come over and take these cells. This 4 has just enough space for its last option, and the 6 needs 2 more. So the domino path starts to fall once you get the bottom set. Think about these 4's into these 6's into the 4's at the top, and then the rest come through. So elegant Tuesday puzzle. Careful bookkeeping would get you through to the end, and hopefully this video was helpful in seeing how to do some of that. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.